Welcome to the podcast. This is the Mad Black Dad podcast, a safe space where we talk about dadhood, mental health, um, experiences with our own parents. It's just it's community building. It's a good time. I don't want to be. This isn't therapy, although some of these conversations can get there depending on how
Right.
things go. You know what I mean? But I'm here for a good time, not a
I
long
feel
time.
it. I feel it.
So, what is your dad's superpower? Oh, wait. Double back. How many kids do you have?
I got two. I got a daughter and I got a son.
Who's older?
My daughter, God gave me a girl first. He knew better.
Mm, mm,
He knew better. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna give you a girl first because you need to soften up." I'm like,
okay. Yeah, you have to slow down, pump your brakes, player.
I did. I did.
And what is your dad's superpower?
Uh, I don't know for real. Like, I mean, I guess my if I had to really pick a dad superpower, it's like just I guess I'll say really commanding the attention of my children. Like
Mm,
they know like when I speak, that's it. Like I don't even have to speak half the time. Like if something going awry and I look, that's good. But they ain't really paying attention. I'm like, hey, let's get this together. Da da da. It falls in line pretty quickly. Unlike for their mother. So
hey, that dad voice is a thing, man.
it really is. It
I
really
remember
is.
when I like first got to like really use my dad voice. I'm like, ooh, that's like, it's like it come like naturally.
It
Felt
does.
good.
It does. Although my daughter breaks down every time.
So, how is that being a girl dad first? Because my son is 6, my daughter is 1, so I was already well into parenting before I had to like adjust for a daughter.
See, you got lucky. So my daughter will be 4 next month, and then my son will be 3 in November. So
Mm,
it's like I had them boys back to back. And I guess I'll say like being a girl dad first, it was weird because it's like I'm like, I don't know what to do with you. You're a girl. Like I don't have any of your anatomy. Like what am I supposed to do with you? And it's like, when she was first born, I guess she like low key kind of helped me in a
hmm
weird way. As weird as that is to say, it's like my daughter taught me how to be a girl dad, and I kind of picked up the rest as I was going. Because
Yeah,
like when it comes to girls, you got to be a little bit more affectionate. You got to be a little bit more like understanding and patient and stuff. And it's the same. It's like I'm trying to it's like it's almost like playing chess, but it's easy. All you gotta do is
yeah.
pay attention. You just gotta pay attention and know what to look for. And I wish she would go back to being little. It was easier then because all I had to do was just hold her and take naps. It was easy. Now
Mm,
it's like I got to deal with the emotional mood swing. I got to deal with the attitude, and as you know, girls mature faster than boys. So I'm like, you act like you grown, but you're only 4. What are you doing?
yeah. I
So
don't. You
that's the
know what?
thing.
I don't know if girls mature faster than boys. People like to say that, and I think that in a lot of cases it's true. But I think we put that on them. Like
We
I
do.
think that they just grow up and they mature however they mature. I mean, some things maybe they do catch on a little bit faster, like let's say like going to the bathroom and things like that. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't really know. But even like watching my kids, they're about the same. Like when they started walking, it's about the same. When they started like babbling, and soon they're gonna, she'll be talking soon.
Right.
It's about the same, So I don't think it's like, oh, she's so mature for her age. I'm like, no, she's 1, and she's doing what 1-year-olds do. Yeah, I just think that people try to like rush it. Oh, they mature faster. No, they don't.
I mean, I don't know because like right now, my son he talks, but he doesn't talk. But then again, it's like when I was younger, like my mom told me like I was a quiet baby. So I'm like, maybe he just like me for real. He just like me for real. That boy just don't like talking. Now my daughter,
Yeah,
she speaks in full sentences. Like she's very aware and just the only issue I'm having with her right now is her actually going to use the bathroom. Like she'll use her diaper and change herself, and you'll never even know. And I'm like, did you go to the bathroom? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, where's your diaper at? She was threw it in the trash whole 9. Go use the bathroom. Like, I'm trying to get you to go to kindergarten. Go sit on the toilet.
Yeah, potty training. Oh, I'm not ready for that again, but it's coming. But potty training was crazy. It was crazy. I would go crazy. Like one day you think they got it. Like yes, potty train. Next day it's like you never did it. It's like you did it all day yesterday. You don't even know what you're doing no more.
Some like children got a factory reset button when they go to sleep and wake up the next day. You're like, please stop
Yeah.
that.
Like no, I need you to remember everything you did and all the high fives and the dances and the songs we sang. Remember those good feelings, not these
Right.
whoopings that I'm gonna want to put on you after you get a certain age.
Facts. Facts.
So, you know, um, have you introduced your son to gaming yet, or both of your children? It doesn't have to be your son.
They have a leapfrog like gaming tablet that plugs into their TV because their mother, like me and my children's mother, were separated, and it's like I was trying to go get them a whole switch, a whole nine, everything. She
Yeah.
told me no. I was like, why can't I get them a gaming console? She's like, they're a little bit too young for that. They need to learn. Da, da, da. I'm like, all right, you got a point. So being the dad that I am, went to the store. I was like, this is a leapfrog tablet, and it got games on it. It's a win-win.
Yeah. Learning through gaming.
Right. And she couldn't stop it because I was like, I mean, technically they're learning and they're gaming at the same time. So,
Listen, I think it worked.
I think it does work. I mean, it's like, when I'm playing, I'm gaming and they're with me. Like my son,
Hmm.
he likes to keep trying to grab the control. I'm like, you can't grab it. You can sit down and chill and I'll explain it to you. My daughter just likes to watch it. It's like, it's entertainment for her. So I'm
Hmm.
guessing like when she gets a little bit older, she'll probably gravitate. But I'm
Okay.
trying to get him into anime too, but that's a little bit of a
Mm.
steeper step.
That one's tough. That one's
Yeah.
tough. Like, what was I watching yesterday? I started watching season 2 of the Thousand Year Blood War. I know they're in danger. They're in danger.
See, I already read
But
the manga, so I already know what's popping. Ugh.
oh no, don't do it. I haven't
I'm
read that
not,
one.
I'm not, I'm
That one
not,
I'm
I'm
not
not.
gonna read. But my son was like, I don't want to watch this. And I'm like, but why not? This is premier content, top tier. What do you? I don't want to watch it, Daddy. All right, fine. You
You
know,
better me, I'll kick him out the house. Like, go sit outside.
he didn't say that he hated. He ain't trying to dog me. He just said he didn't want to watch it. And I'm like, okay, well, I can deal with that. He would much rather watch almost anything else. He's a big Super Mario fan. A little too big for my liking, but like no. He's gone back. He's watched the episodes that came out in the 80s and the 90s because it's on Amazon Prime. The original like Super Mario rap.
Oh,
He,
those are so cringe.
he knows it. Like I'm just like, wow.
It might be time to look
So
into adoption, my boy.
mm, I'm gonna ride it out. I'm gonna ride it out. I think he might be interested in the Ninja Turtles.
Okay, that's cool. They got a new movie coming out, which looks pretty good.
I think it's already out.
Is it?
He said he was interested. He said, "Oh, well, you want to see it?" He's like, "I think so." So I'm like, "All right,
Okay, but
we can do this. We can do this. Anything to get away from
Mario, please.
OG Super Mario." And he has the Cappy from Odyssey.
Ooh, that's actually pretty cool.
You
That was
know,
a good game.
my dad bought it for him, so he's like, "This is my thing." He was happy about it. He had a full Mario birthday party. Oh man,
Nice.
big fan. Ooh, ooh,
Bless him
come
though.
on, Jesus. Hmm. So I'm really excited for that. He is kind of into gaming, but um, I'm trying to keep that for like the weekends because he'll get lost in it as I did, and I just try to like monitor that.
I feel it.
So yeah, how's co-parenting?
There's days where the sun is so beautiful, and there's days where I don't know why is there a hurricane in the middle of the USA.
Oh, okay.
It took a while to get here because I'm not gonna lie. When me and my children's mother first split, I'll say probably for the first 7, 8 months, we was straight beefing. It was war. It was
Mm,
war. Straight beefing. I think like for the first 3 months, like she probably gonna kill me when I say this, but I mean it is what it is. First 3 months, she would not let me really go camp my kids. Like she was really on some "I hate your ass" type shit. I'm like, all right, bro, I get it. I get it. That's fine. And after that,
Yeah.
kind of cooled down, and we talked, and it took a while to get to where we are right now. Basically, like this is not something that's easily obtained. Some people, it might snap into place. Good for you, buddy. Good for you.
Yeah.
But for me, no. This was something that needed to be worked on because it's like she had her issues, I had my issues. We had to go
Hmm.
get therapy. I went and got my therapy. She went and got her therapy. So it's like when it's all said and done, it's cool now. At the end of the day, I can like sit in the same room with her. We can talk, be cordial, or do something together. Like this next month, my daughter's birthday, we're doing fun and stuff. So she's coming, her mom coming, my mom coming. Got a bunch of kids from her daycare that she used to go to and stuff. So it took a while to get here, but it's clutch. And then last year we went to Great Wolf Lodge, which was crazy. Went on a 3-day vacation with her, away from my homestead, which was crazy. So it took a while,
That's
but
big. That's big.
yeah.
How long did it take you to realize you needed to, or at least wanted to go to therapy?
That took a while. I don't mean to laugh, but I'm not gonna lie. I was that one dude that was like, I don't need no damn therapy. Fuck therapy. I don't need that shit. Like dead ass. I'm like, I don't need that shit.
It's, it's a lot of guys like that.
Right. And then it's like that's one of the reasons why a little bit off topic, but that's why I definitely praise Kendrick Lamar for his album. Like the one he just dropped, Big Steppers one, because it's like he really
Mhm.
addressed a lot of issues that men have. And it's like that is like it won't hurt you. Just go get a therapy session or two. See what
I
happens.
love that album. I love that album.
Facts, me too. And it's just like I'm telling you, I really encourage people like, dude, just go for a therapy session, just one or two, see what happens, and like be
Mhm.
honest. If you're honest, then something might happen, it might not happen. You never know.
You never know. I mean, what's the worst that can happen, right? You unpack all your issues and you start to feel better.
Yeah, or you just probably wasted $100. Who cares? But
I
go
mean,
try it out,
shit.
man.
Copay might only be 30. Fuck it.
True. I didn't have insurance at the time, so each
Damn.
session was like a little bit over 100 for me. I paid that shit though. Definitely worth
Hey,
it.
look, that's how you know it's a commitment. Like, okay, I'm gonna keep paying this $100 when I know this $100 can go anywhere else.
Thanks. I'm not gonna say where that could have went because I don't need the FBI on here, but
No, we good. We good. It's a safe space. We
okay.
don't gotta talk about
Definitely could have won. Definitely could have won for an ounce, but
it.
could have rolled that bitch up and smoked it. But whatever.
But you chose healing, and I think that's admirable. And you saw it through, which I think it's the other half of the battle. Like people get there, it's like, nope, I can't do this. It's way too uncomfortable. You're talking about shit that I don't want to talk about. Brought up my mama. What am I supposed to do
Mm-hmm.
now?
And I feel it too because like when I first got there, my first day was tough. Like I'm sitting there looking at her. Lady's name was Amber. I'm just sitting there. I'm just looking at this lady. She's looking at me. She's like, "Are you gonna say something?" I'm like, "I mean, you the therapist. Talk to me. I'm paying you to talk to me. What's up?" And it's
Yeah,
like that's the mindset I went in there with, but that's the complete whole opposite mindset. Like you gotta go in there, be ready to talk. You gotta go in there and be ready to be vulnerable a little bit. I'm not saying like sit there and cry your eyes out, open up your whole storybook, but at least open the front door and see what happened.
Mhm. I'm with that.
So,
So now y'all are in a good place. You're doing the co-parenting thing. Are you dating?
I mean, I talk to people here and there, but it's just like I don't even care. I'm a name dropper. I was trying to talk to this one girl, like basically she kept making plans, kept canceling, and it's like
Mm,
I'm just forgiving it and stuff, and then it's like finally made plans, like oh yeah, these are for certain locked in, da da da. I even took it as far as to call off work to make sure nothing came up. And literally, like the day before, she messaged me on some, oh, I'm not fully healed, da 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 da, and I want to. I'm just like, so this is like the eighth time you done cancel plans on me.
yeah.
If you didn't want to talk to me or have somebody else on the side, just say that. And I'm thinking like it'll work because she's a single parent, I'm a single parent. I'm like, all right, great. So we understand the dynamics of being a parent,
Yeah.
but no. So whatever. I mean, I want to date, but to be honest, probably not gonna happen,
Okay.
and I don't care. I mean, I'm comfortable with me. I enjoy me. I enjoy my privacy and being able to game when I want to. And being able to wake up, go to sleep when I want. I enjoy the freedom. It's
Okay.
like it took me a little while to get here to this level of self love. Is what I call it. Because in order
Mhm.
to be alone, you got to really love yourself. Dead ass.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't,
Uh,
it's gonna be boring.
or full of issues.
That's it.
Uh, I was gonna say, how long does it take you to, introduce your children to whoever you're seeing? But it
I'll
doesn't
say
sound like it got
four.
that far.
Well, the thing is, like, I do have a rule. I got to be with you for a year first when you meet my kids. I'll speak to you of them, like you can see
Hmm.
pictures of them, but
Hmm.
I got to talk to you for a year before you meet my children. Because my mom
Okay.
always said, my dad always said, it's 4 seasons. It takes 4 seasons to figure out how somebody really is. So I
Mm.
got to talk to you for a year because I'm not about to introduce you to my kid's life. And prime example, when I was younger, before I had kids, I was probably like, what, 23, 24. And I was dating this one girl, and she had a son. And me and this dude got super close. Me and her had dated for about 2 years. And then she broke up with me, and I was like, damn, like, I mean, even though we're not together, can I still kick it with your son? Because we were still talking. She was always like, Braden's asking about you, and he misses you, da da da. Okay, so even though me and you don't talk, let me kick it with little homie. Me and little homie
Hmm.
got a bond, bro. Like, it used to be great because, like, when she would go to work, at the time I wasn't working, I was like a stay-at-home stepdad. I wasn't working at
Mm.
all.
Oh,
And
okay.
she go to work. I'm sitting here with little dude. Me and little dude just watching TV, playing with his little toy cars, and they ate up all the damn snacks in the house. She mad as hell. But me and him had a good day. And
Right.
like I really had a bond with little boy, like for real. And I just feel like you got to be careful of that because that's a little bit. Even though you don't think it's damaging to a kid, it's damaging to a kid because you done
Yeah,
made
for
a
sure.
bond with somebody, and now this person's no longer in your life. What am I gonna do?
Hmm.
You know?
Yes, I agree. I remember one time I was young, didn't have kids or anything, and my sister was babysitting the girl next door's kid,
Right.
whatever. I went in, and I'm like, oh, it's a baby, or whatever. I picked the baby up, we laughed, we played for like 5 minutes, and it's time for me to go. I put the baby down, that baby cried and looked at me like I was that baby's daddy. And I'm like, oh no, no, this isn't that. Like, but how do you explain that to like a 1 year old? I'm like, nope. And from that day, I never picked up another person's child because like that bond gets created almost instantly for some of them, and it's
Hmm.
just like, how do you sever that bond? So I know that's got to be difficult.
I don't think it's like a severing of the bond. I try to look at it as like what is the word I'm looking for? It's like putting a toy away. As childish and weird as that sounds. Like
Mhm.
telling a child to put a toy away. Like I'm glad you enjoy playing with that toy, but you gotta put it away for now. Like I mean, I don't really know how to describe it. It's like really weird. That's why I try to make bonds with other people's children too, because it's like I don't need your children getting like attached to me, because now I feel bad because I can't be
Mhm.
there. I can't be
Mhm.
there. This is what it is.
Yeah. And funny enough that now I'm working at a elementary school where I get every issue left and right, and they all want hugs and stuff, and I'm like, okay, here's your hug,
Yeah,
but
you get a church hug, on the side.
a little pat on the back. All right,
All
run
right,
along,
all
Susan.
right. Later.
Yeah, and everybody like, oh, well, you gonna come pick me up? No, I will
No.
not pick you up. Well, I mean, can I come with you? Oh yeah, you
No.
can come with me, but no, I will not pick you up. Well, I don't mean that. I'm like, yeah, I know, but I know you in third grade, but let's be clear about our words. I will not pick you up. You can come to my office, you can come with me, but your feet will stay on this ground because
Facts.
I am not gonna pick you up.
Nah, because I got to pick myself up. And it's a lot of body weight. So, that
Hmm.
being said.
Hmm. And what I don't need is for you to going back to your parents and saying, Mr. So and so picked you up. Because no, he didn't.
And then the parents over here getting all bent out of shape. And then I feel like half the issue comes from that is because I feel like torches and pitchforks when we broke out when I say this, but I don't even give a fuck. A lot of parents don't know how to parent. A lot of parents don't know how to love their children. And it sucks ass because you can see that in the child. You can see that.
Well, I don't 100% disagree. I'm just going to say it differently. I think that, a lot of parents are trying to find their way
Sure.
because they may not have had the best parents.
Fair.
for better
Okay.
for whatever reason, and people always want to jump to like the most drastic thing. My parent was drunk and abusive, and they did like it may not have been that. It may just be like they just didn't have the capacity, to give you what you thought you needed as a child. But as you become a parent, you got to realize and take inventory of like, oh no, this is like I got to do this different. This is all I know, and I don't want my kids to feel like I felt. So let me try to make some pivots. Let me
I
go to
agree.
therapy. Let me, you know, just figure out what triggered me or what happened, and figure that out accordingly. But as we can clearly see, a lot of people ain't doing that type of work. And
Mhm.
like you said, you can see it in the kids.
Well, I
That's
would say the
crazy.
generation before us, their emotional capacity and awareness was a little bit different. And not charging to them, it definitely was the time. It was the time. Because back then you couldn't be open. It was like, all right, I gotta pick my bridges up, I gotta do it, gotta get it done. And I get it. I
Yeah,
get it.
yeah. For many of them, almost like being in survival mode
Yes.
all the time, and
Hmm.
then they would call us spoiled because they worked hard and they sacrificed, and now we don't have to be in survival mode. And because we're not in survival mode as the kids, we could look at them and say, "Whoo, you were problematic, mom, dad, grandma." And just like you said, I'm looking at the children being y'all, even though they're adults and our
Yeah.
parents, I can see it. It's a problem. It's a problem.
Hmm.
Behavior is a form of communication. Behavior is a form of communication. If you, as a parent, are doing XYZ, you are communicating a whole lot of shit. And, we just got to be aware of what it is that we communicate.
That's like 100%. Like I try to watch myself and how I conduct myself around my kids too sometimes because it's like I can feel the old me slipping out a little bit. Like I'm like,
Hmm.
all right, sorry, you gotta go somewhere because daddy having a PTSD moment right now. You gotta go sit down somewhere else. Like daddy low key kind of going back until before you was here. So
Hmm.
here's some snacks. Go sit over there real quick. I gotta get myself together. We'll have a talk.
Yeah, you got to excuse yourself to the bathroom real quick. Turn the
Right.
water on and just,
Look in the mirror and be like, you are not this person.
gotta give yourself a little pep talk. But that's important. That's important because we don't want to lash out at our kids or make them feel like, I don't know, we don't like them or we
Don't
hate them
want
or we
them,
mad at them. Yeah,
hmm
we don't want them to feel less than. So, parenting is challenging. Ooh, it be
It
challenging.
changes every day, I swear.
Do you whoop your kids?
Yes and no. I whoop
Okay.
them. Like my thing is, my rule is this: if I gotta say something to you more than 4 times, usually three, we got a problem. Obviously, the words aren't working. So you're
Hmm.
about to get a pat, and you're gonna sit in timeout. And then before
Okay.
you get out of timeout, I'm gonna ask you and explain to you what went wrong, and I'm gonna see how
Mm-hmm.
you respond. Because me personally, the whole "do as I say, not as I do" that's bullshit. Throw that out the window.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, children are sponges. They're going to watch and absorb. So this whole "do as I say, not as I do" doesn't make sense. It doesn't make
That's a
sense.
fact. That's a fact.
And then like I had an issue with my parents growing up because unfortunately I was a little bit too advanced. So it's like I always used reasoning and logic when I did something or was about to do something. And my parents would
Hmm.
get mad because at the end of the day, you can't whoop me because guess what? I'm right. So the ultimate argument was, well, I'm the adult. You gotta do what I say. No, that's bullshit.
Mm.
That's bullshit to me. I'm sorry. Like I love you dearly, but that's complete bullshit to me. If I'm explaining something to you and it sounds right and it's completely logical, why can I not continue about this?
Well, using logic as a black child is disrespect.
Oh God. Oh God. Are you getting smart with me? Oh, you think you intelligent, Nick? Like, my bad. Whoa. No
Whoa,
need to fall to
hold
nine,
on.
Jamal. Whoa.
You told me I was smart.
Right. And
Now
as
it's a
soon as I
problem.
act smart, now I'm terrible.
Yeah, no, no, no. This don't work out. But that's kind of how that's one of those things. It's like where do you fall in line as a kid? If I'm so smart and I think on my toes and I'm witty and all of this stuff, but the minute I use it on you, now it's a problem. Where am I supposed to be smart at? Because if I can't be
Right.
smart at home, I can't be smart anywhere.
Right. And I'm not gonna lie, that little bit that kind of did deter me a little bit from like achieving probably more than I have now
Mm,
because it's just kind of like I didn't want to get in trouble.
yeah.
I didn't want to do something that was going to get me fucked up basically at the end of the day. So it's just kind of like, all right, so options just sit here and chill and just go with it. Cool.
How long did it take you to realize that?
Not very long.
Mm,
I'll say like to be honest, it all started clicking into place like probably when I was 7. And I walked the first time I was actually smart with my mom, and not like smart mouthing, but like smart with my mom. I walked up to her, I was like, Santa's not real, is she? She's like, what do you mean? I was like, there's no way that this big fat old white man can travel this world and give all these people presents in a matter of 24. There's no fucking way. Magic doesn't exist. Let's be honest. There's no, and we don't even have a chimney in our house. We live in a duplex. We don't even own a chimney. So dude coming to the front door is wild. Everyone, the top part of it, it's wild. And I was like, and I saw you the other night. Like you came in late because you went left for your job. And my mom didn't know like when she would work, she worked like 2, 3 jobs. She didn't know
mm-hmm.
that when she would leave, I knew that she would ask our downstairs neighbor to come upstairs, you know, watch us and stuff, and make sure it was good. When my mom
Yeah.
left, I was a guardian. That was me. I waited
Mm,
till she left. I woke up, make sure my brother and sister was cool, and I stayed awake for a good majority of the night. Make sure I'll sleep before she got home. Whatever. And I explained it to her, and she was like, "Yeah, I do." I was like, "Okay." So it's like, why are we pushing this narrative of this Santa Claus dude? What's the point?
mm-hmm.
And she really didn't even have an answer for me. She was like, "I don't know, just something that is like a tradition." I was like, "Yeah, well, I think it's kind of stupid." And I proceeded to walk into my room and play Crash Bandicoot on the PlayStation. That was it. that was the end of that conversation for me.
Well, I
Like,
mean, the mic drop on saying celebrating Christmas is stupid.
to be honest, for real, it's like I don't raise my kids like that. I'm like, I tell my kids like, y'all want to believe in Santa? That's cool. But no, at the end of the day, me and your mama, we working to do this. Ain't got nothing to do with no guy with a beard. I'm gonna tell you that right now
Mm.
because I want
We
them to
still
understand.
we still do it. We still do it. So like he'll have presents from us, like from mommy, from daddy, from mommy and daddy, whatever, whatever. But we'll also put some that like from Santa.
Yeah,
So like, but Santa has never brought a gift. Santa has never had a gift bigger than what we got him. So
right.
Santa might have like we of course will buy him the clothes, and those are from us. And maybe one of the toys or something that was from Santa. But the big one, that's from us.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
it. I mean, I guess me personally, it's like people are like, "Oh, you're destroying your child's." No, I'm not. I'm helping build my child's imagination in a healthy way because I don't want them to have an imagination as a complete wild goose chase. Like I want them to have a concept of reality, but at the same time, be creative.
Hmm.
I've always been a person of logic. Like if it ain't logic, don't put it in front of me.
I think 7 is a decent time to like stop believing in Santa though. Like, okay, this
Oh, definitely.
the math ain't mathing on what this man is able to do. The little Santa Claus movie that Disney dropped, I mean, they did a good job stretching the truth. Like he just sprinkled some dust and boom, there goes the chimney. Like, okay, no, you played with some things there, but at
I
the end
feel
of
it.
the
Was that the one with was it not Tim Allen? Was that one
yeah, that was
dude?
it. That was Tim
Okay,
Allen.
yeah. I'm about to say, okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that one. That was a good movie though.
No, it was a good one. And the TV show, because I think last year, like right before Christmas, they had like a mini series instead
Oh
of
shit.
it was pretty good. Around Christmas time, it's worth a watch. And they brought it to like it's present day, so it's not any type of weird stuff. And the way that they do it, it's really good, and it makes a lot of sense. And if you care to believe in the magic of Santa Claus, they broke it down where it's like, oh no, I could get with this. Like the storyline made a whole lot of sense, and it was pretty
All right,
relevant.
that's gonna be a
So
watch this year for Christmas. Say less.
a try. I don't tell nobody to watch nothing. Just try it.
Well, I'm
If
gonna
you, if
watch it
you
because
like,
my kids really like stuff like that. So I think we'll be
no,
all right.
yeah. you mentioned that you was raised by your mom. Do
Mhm.
you have a relationship with your dad at all?
Yeah, I do. So both my parents, like, they were in the military and they separated while in the military. So
Mm,
you can imagine how crazy that was, between them trying to get us back and forth and stuff, and my
hmm
dad being on child support. And the crazy part is like it's almost like it's transcended to me and my situation with my children and their baby mama. I
hmm
mean, I'm not gonna get too much into the details of why she put me on child support. Just know it's petty as fuck.
Sir, sir,
Just know it's
sir.
petty. I love her to death as a person, but that was a petty reason. Petty. But we're past it. I mean, at the end of the day, my children are financially taken care of. I'm still with them. They can see me, so I ain't
Mm,
tripping. Everything works for the greater good, apparently. So that's how I look at it.
okay.
But it's just like I only can see my dad maybe like while he was in the military, active, like maybe 2 or 3 times a month, or not a month, a year. And when I would go see him, it's probably like we got between either 4 days to sometimes if we were lucky and they gave him a longer leave, a little bit over a week or so. I think
Mm.
one summer we did get to go see him for almost our whole summer vacation. That was lit. That was lit. And that was the first time I fell in love with a girl. Uh,
Oh,
Terrible. And the crazy part was she was older than me too, so it was going nowhere. My
they
little self
always
over
are. They always are. The first love, the first girl you realize, ooh, I like. This is it.
here.
They're always older. They're never the same age.
Never. And then, like, mind you, back then I was like the definition of blurred. Before blurred was even a thing, I was a whole definition. Boy, rocking socks and slip-ons and long sleeve t-shirt in the middle of summer, and just
Did you
ask me
skateboard?
about any cartoon, whatever. I got you.
But did you skateboard?
I didn't skateboard. I was roller skating at first, and then it's
Ooh,
like once I got to middle school, on the way to high school, then I started skateboarding.
okay. This a skateboard or a razor scooter is always in the mix.
I never had a razor scooter
You
because I
never had.
remember one time I fell and that boy clapped my ankle. That was it. That was it. That was it. That boy clapped my ankle. I was like, nah, bro, I can't. No.
the the rollerblades are usually in there as well, but the razor scooter and the skateboard, that's a staple.
Yeah. But
You
see, I
gotta
didn't
have
really
one of
start skateboarding until like later though.
these.
So,
That's fine. It's fine. It's funny. My parents, well, my dad was in the Coast Guard.
oh,
Uh, before they split. So after they split, they just lived in like opposite sides of the country. So it's like we gotta do this travel thing, and
hmm,
it's really hard to as a teenager, you think like I'm gonna play this sport. Well, for me at least, I'm gonna play this sport. I'm gonna go to this college, and I'm gonna play college ball, and I'm gonna go to the pro. Like that was my moonshot, right? 5'7", 160 pounds. I'm going pro. Don't know how, but it's gonna happen.
my boy's trying to be Vince Carter.
Listen, playing football. No, I'm playing football.
Oh, he playing for. Oh, what the hell you about to do? Besides be a running back or a tight end?
Oh no, I'll figure it out. I was gonna figure it out, but I never was able to make it to summer camp. I never did any of the summer training because I'm like traveling and I got to be with my dad and I'm mad at him, but I'm mad at my mom. I'm like, well, I'm just here. I'm just here. I never had a summer fling. You can never get the summer
Oh
fling if you don't stay
no,
nowhere long enough.
bruh, you gotta learn how to make it a little bit fast forward.
Yeah, we gotta press fast forward on this, but it never happened. Like you travel, you stay with your other parent in some other city, and you and the girl connect. It never happened for me. Never happened.
Dang, I'm
It's
sorry,
fine.
bro.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm married. I have my wife. She's the only summer fling I need. She's my
Yes, sir.
365 fling.
Hey, I'm hoping to get there one day. It's taking time, so I'm waiting and waiting.
It's it's a whole lot of fun. It's a whole work. Also
I
a
feel
whole
it.
lot of fun.
I can
Yeah.
imagine. So.
Well, look, man. I really appreciate you coming on. I think we're probably gonna have to do part two. I'm
I'm definitely
feeling the
down.
part two. I'm
I'm
feeling the
definitely
part two.
down.
Um, please tell everybody how they can find you, how they can follow you.
Well, y'all can find me on Instagram at the next weekend, or on Twitch. I was Daddy Deal, but now I'm the Control Devil TTV. Went through a little bit of rebranding, but handles the same everywhere. So check me out, and I appreciate you having me on the little podcast. Not little, excuse me, the big podcast. Sorry, let me get my shit together.
It's all good, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, man. I'll catch you.
All right, say less. We out here.